Coach, it seemed like a game of missed opportunities, fair to say, for your team in the red zone. And there were a lot that you couldn't get in the end zone.
Exactly. There's a lot of missed opportunity and poor decisions. We didn't play well. We didn't play well. As you can see, particularly in the red zone, we didn't play well. Made some mistakes that we generally don't make. And I thought they did a good job of allowing us to be ourselves. They hit the high percentage things they were doing. And it was a high percentage game with the calls all day long. And then at the end, we made some real poor decisions and mistakes, and it cost us the football game.
Coach, is it hard to pinpoint one critical part of the game? Because there were a number where you had a chance to score and take a lead or this and that. I mean, is it the punt? I mean, inside the 5, I mean, that's the decisive one. I mean, what do you look at as maybe the time where it really started to go that way?
Well, I don't know if I ever felt it really went that way until he threw the intercept down the bottom, and when they went up as a second touchdown. And as you can see, we still thought we could find a way back in that game, and Daniel did. So I think my version of the game is us not being able to score when we were inside the 25, and we were down there a few times, and that hurt. And you need to get points when you're getting down in there, and then it really amplified or magnified everything when we hit the punt, and then the intercept at the end. It was a weird deal. You go back and look at it defensively, that's a very good offensive football team. That's a very good football team. And we knew that coming in. And, I give credit to them. They were, the running back was good, but we held him in check. Yeah, the receivers were good, we held them in check. The quarterback made some nice plays, breaking out of the pocket and running for first downs. That kills some time off the clock. But I felt in the end their defense did some things, and even on that goddamn the face mask. I mean, we got them again. They're not even going to get in on that time, and then we get the face mask. So we had opportunities, and we didn't take advantage of the opportunities that were presented to us, whether it was on offense or defense.
Any doubt that your team will bounce back? They haven't lost at home for a while.
Yeah, I have no idea how we're going to handle this. But the worst thing we can do is we don't want to get angry about this thing. We got to get smart about it. And if we can do that, then we've got some positives we can build on and get ready for South Dakota State. If we get angry about it, then I think that's the wrong approach with this team. I mean, we've had it pretty easy here this first half of the season with the way we've been scoring points, and this team held us in check and challenged us, and they challenged us and pushed us into some poor decisions. So we've got a lot of room for growth and a lot of thinking and doing, rethinking. At the same time, that's why we got to get smart about how we handle this loss.
Coach, was Pat, how close was he to 100% given all the hit he took at the end of the NDSU game?
He was good enough to play this game. I mean, he didn't factor in this game. He didn't play well, and he left some balls short. But you got to give a little credit to some of the pressure. I thought we had great protection tonight. I mean, they tried everything, every way, shape, and form to get to him. And we had the big plays. We still had it, but it just seemed like we never caught rhythm the way we needed to. And partly because of what they were doing, but partly most of it was we shot ourselves in the foot. So.
What about the implications now for going forward for the Valley football race, even conference?
Well, we got to go to South Dakota State next week, and really that's all that matters. I mean, we'll let these other guys play themselves and figure out what they want to do in the league, but we've got to win at South Dakota State. I mean, we've got to go on the road, and they don't lose at home. They're in the thick of things. They get to play these guys at home after us. So South Dakota State's in the driver's seat, in my opinion. Southern Illinois is a close second. We're the outsider looking in. We just have to play our own game and get lined up with South Dakota State and try to find a way to recover from this game.
Coach, can you comment on the record crowd that turned out? I know there was a record in 07 for this big game, and they topped that by a few and made some noise.